Imagine being at the very top of your career, sitting across from Johnny Carson, the king of late night, only to make one joke so bold, so shocking, that it instantly derailed your television future. That's exactly what happened to one rising star, whose wit and daring humor got her permanently banned from The Tonight Show. What could possibly have been so bad that Carson, a man who thrived on edgy comedy, declared she would never return? The answer might surprise you. During the golden era of late-night television, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson wasn't just entertainment. It was a launch pad to stardom. If you got invited to sit on that famous couch, you'd made it. For comedians especially, a nod from Carson could turn a small-time stand-up into a household name overnight. But as much as Johnny loved a good laugh, there were limits, and one comedian learned that lesson the hard way. Her name was Joan Rivers. Now, Rivers was no stranger to controversy. Known for her razor-sharp tongue and fearless wit, she made a career out of saying what others wouldn't dare. Audiences adored her for it, but television executives often squirmed in their seats. Still, Johnny Carson admired her talent. He gave Rivers one of her earliest breaks, inviting her on The Tonight Show in the 1960s, where she quickly became a favorite guest. Their chemistry was undeniable. Carson even called her a very funny woman, and many believed she might one day succeed him as host. But in the entertainment world, loyalty and timing mean everything. The moment that changed everything didn't come from a single joke on air. It came years later, from a decision Carson saw as the ultimate betrayal. In 1986, when Fox offered Rivers her own late-night talk show, The Late Show starring Joan Rivers, she accepted. To her, it was the opportunity of a lifetime, the first chance for a woman to host a late-night network program. To Carson, it was a knife in the back. She hadn't told him personally about the offer, and when he found out through the media, he was furious. Overnight, Joan Rivers went from his protégé to persona non grata. He banned her from The Tonight Show permanently, and kept her off the airwaves of NBC for decades. Now, while Rivers' ban wasn't technically for an on-air joke, her entire career had been built on the kind of bold punchlines that both made her famous and made her enemies. Carson, who had once embraced her fearless humor, now viewed her as competition. Their relationship never recovered. For over 20 years, Rivers' name was never mentioned on The Tonight Show. Even after Carson retired, the unofficial ban lingered, and many believed she'd never return. The fallout was devastating. Rivers' new show struggled, her ratings collapsed, and she was soon left without the career security she once had. Personal tragedy struck as well. Her husband, Edgar Rosenberg, who had helped produce her show, took his own life shortly after its cancellation. Rivers spiraled into depression, nearly losing everything. But if there was one thing Joan Rivers knew how to do, it was fight back with laughter. She reinvented herself through stand-up, red carpet commentary, and television appearances. While she never reconciled with Carson, she eventually did return to The Tonight Show decades later, after his death, when Jimmy Fallon invited her back as a guest. It was a symbolic moment, proving that no ban could truly silence her. Joan Rivers' story is a reminder of how one decision, one punchline, or one moment of boldness can change everything. What was supposed to be her crowning achievement ended up costing her the biggest stage in comedy. Yet she refused to fade away. Instead, she carved her own legacy, becoming one of the most fearless and unforgettable voices in comedy history. In the end, the joke wasn't on Joan Rivers. It was proof that even when doors slam shut, true legends find another way in.